And so we should talk about what you do. Are you a student or do you work?
I'm a student. I just finished my first course,
Mhm.
so I've already passed my first year at the university. And by the way, it was quite great and interesting. It is a good experience and absolutely new experience for me.
What did you study?
I study business informatics.
Mhm.
It's quite difficult to say what it is exactly about, but it's something about programming and management, a little bit of economics.
Mhm.
So it's in the border of like two spheres.
I see. And did you enjoy it?
Yes, it was. It is really interesting, to be honest. When I like entered the university, I didn't know exactly what it will be about, but I really enjoyed my experience throughout this year. The classes were really interesting, and yeah.
And what are your future plans after university?
Well, I hope I will apply for a master's degree, maybe in the programming sphere, and I hope I will try to enter some foreign university, which will be quite a good experience for me, and I think it will be
Hmm?
like really good.
Now let's talk about television programs.
Okay.
Where do you usually watch television shows?
Mm, to be honest, I don't watch TV a lot, but sometimes I watch some traveling shows because I'm really passionate about going to other countries and exploring new cultures. So yeah, it is quite educational, and some of them really show um, the real life of people who live in foreign countries.
Are there any programs you don't like watching?
Well, I don't like watching some talk shows and reality shows because people there are always so messy, and there's no quite a good structure in such programs,
Mhm.
and um, it's all about mess, and I really hate them.
Okay. Now let's talk about animals. Are there many animals or birds where you live?
Well, yeah, in Russia there are like a wide variety of different species. A lot of them are quite extra or can be quite extraordinary, I think. And yeah, there are a lot of animals, birds, and other maybe like insects even.
How often do you watch programs or read articles about wild animals?
Well, not a lot, but sometimes I'm really interested in such programs, so I can like watch a YouTube video about some animals or some National Geography channel, because their films are so beautiful, and um, they like they're good filmed, and they're quite informative.
Now I'm going to give you a topic to speak about. You'll have to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes, but you have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say. You can make some notes if you like on the Google Doc or with a pen and paper that you have there.
Hmm.
I'm going to put the topic in the Google Doc now. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Great. So if you can, take 1 minute to prepare. All right. Can you start speaking now, please?
Okay. Mm, well, as I'm a student now and um, person who lives in a technological society, I surf the net a lot, and some websites really helps me with my study. So yeah, the one that is extremely can be extremely useful for me for some time is TED Talks. This website is about everything that happens in the world. There are posted the videos of different speakers around the world who present their ideas, present some research that they made, and some of the topics that can be really urgent and they want to pay attention to. Mm, to be honest, I visit this website not only for my um, university purposes, but also for my personal development. And so I'm trying to do this once or twice a week to learn something new and to listen to some speaker. Um, this website is extremely useful because there people talk about the ideas that are really important for our society. Um, and sometimes it can help me with my studies because there are a lot of reports and projects we must do during our um, study here. So yeah, sometimes TED Talks help me to organize my ideas and also to bring new ideas to my report. And
Okay, you can stop there now.
yeah.
It's all right. Thank you. We've been speaking about a website that helps you in your work and studies, but now I'd like to ask you some more general questions about related to websites. First of all, let's consider the internet. Why do some people find the internet addictive?
Well, it's like a difficult question, but I think that internet is really addictive because there is a lot of information. There is a lot of like entertaining information, some videos, photos that can really uh, like conquer your attention, and it's just like the easy content that you scroll, for example, on your Instagram and TikTok. And I think that it is about like the distraction from your hectic daily life. So yeah, I think it's addictive because people enjoy not thinking about their daily problems.
Do you think that's true in all countries or just in Russia?
Well, of course it applies to all countries because I know that internet is spread around the world now. So even in some um, like um, oh in some distant countries there is internet too. So I think that yeah, it can be applied to each country.
What would the world be like without the internet?
Oh, well, I think it would be less technologically advanced because internet is now applied for almost each sphere of our life. For example, for production of some goods, for our study, for work, and I think it would be much more difficult. Some processes won't be so simple, and it would be a difficult life, I think.
On balance, then, do you think the world would be worse off if the internet didn't exist?
Mm, well, one think it would be significantly worse, but some processes would be really difficult, and some like industries, for example, would need more mankind labor. It would be like as some processes are really can be really tough and hard. I think like internet in particular helps us to simplify some such processes.
We've talked about the internet, but we should also talk about social media. What are some of the ways that social media can be used for positive purposes?
Well, there are a lot of advantages of using social media. For example, it they helps people to communicate with others all around the world, and I think is a big plus for social media. So it helps us to exchange some photos, videos, to talk with each other, even if we are located in opposite sides of the world. And it is like a quick method to chat with someone and to keep in touch with other people.
Do the positive aspects of using social media outweigh the negative aspects?
Um, well, first of all, social media are rather addictive,
Mhm.
as well as the internet. Mm, and well, it wastes a lot of our free time,
Mhm.
and people can like, and another thing is that in social media like Instagram, many bloggers show like the ideal picture, and it can be rather detrimental for people's mental health, as they see perfect bodies, perfect faces, and they think that they are not so beautiful, so they're they can be struggle with depression or anxiety or some mental diseases.
Why do you think some individuals post highly negative comments about other people on social media?
Well, I think it's because they're not satisfied with their own life. So I think that happy people don't post negative comments, but others who have some problems in their um, daily life, or if they are not satisfied with their own body, with their own life, they can be jealous of people who are happy and successful. That's why they can write some negative phrases and words.
Great. And Visa, thank you very much. That's the end of the test.